It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. We've had a mixed bag this morning, so thank you so much for jumping on board. It really has been cool. We're going to take a slightly different turn, and this kind of crosses into a few different spaces. Financial well-being, maybe our fears of the future, our sense of identity. All of this is wrapped up into this beautiful notion. And I think banking should grow with every version of you. And if you look back over your life, there are seasons, there are versions of you. Not just the numbers, but the journey, the person behind it. And Absa has just launched a brand new TVC that pushes the limits of storytelling.
Absolutely. AI and identity is what we're getting into. So let's get a sneak peek into the story behind the numbers. Please, let's take a look at this.
Myself, Fifi Peters, both equities and bonds. Can data really see the whole story? I'm about to have my most challenging interview yet with an AI clone of myself. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. Hello, Miss Peters. Shall we begin? Who's interviewing who? I'm not you. I am your record. Stripped of fatigue, fear, ambition. All right. Can you tell me my story? Certainly. Journalist, producer, anchor. That's not my story. That's my CV. Noted and adjusted. My story began with a little girl who asked too many questions, who learned to love Africa from her mum and was named Ponso by her father. Ponso, it means to show or vision. More than a name, it's a purpose. Yes, to share my vision of Africa. Not just an emerging market, but an unfolding story. Not broken, but misunderstood. Do you know what this is? A pin tumbler key. For my first home, it unlocked that first door and all the doors after, like buying a house for my mom. Do you know how that feels? I cannot feel. Then you can't truly see me, because our stories must be lived, not labeled, and it matters.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That was impactful.
So, how many angles do you want to look at this from?
We could unpack this into pieces.
Maybe a question is a good way to start, and something you can think about this yourself. How do you think this campaign shifts Absa's message from acknowledging the stories, because our story matters, and they've proven that, but to actively responding to them? Like, we know you.
We see
Watching
you.
this, exactly. Watching Fifi's incredible journey, and she was awesome in that, because she's got quite a hard edge, which I like. So it's nice to see the softer side of her in that. But you forget about the emotional context of everything.
Absolutely.
So when we talk about the money, there's a reason why your numbers look different, because you were different at that phase of journey. What was pressuring you was different at that phase of journey. So if you're going to lean into technology in the banking space, it's that it must be feeding off, not just the numbers, because that's not a full reflection of who you are.
Yeah, I think nothing matters without context.
Completely.
And that emotional, like you said, reliance on the context of the time is definitely important. And the fact that she did touch on different parts of her journey. She said the key that unlocked her first house that actually unlocked the next part of her journey
and that
to
was
buy her mama house.
One simple, tiny little anchor in the real world, a little metal key.
Right.
One of the most powerful totems that she has. That's not represented in numbers. What it is in a bond, but does it tell the emotional story? So maybe we can look at it from the perspective of AI and technology in that space. When banking and AI, when those sorts of areas start to overlap, then it becomes really interesting. Are you doing it for the sake of, or are you doing it because the technology can really help? Does it make you nervous when you start thinking about a digital version of yourself out in the world?
Not really. Not even. I think that I'm at that age where I'm on the cusp of both. So I know a life without, I know a life with, and I feel like it enhances a lot of what's going on around me. It makes things easier, more convenient. And if I can shorten the time to do things with the help of technology, with the help of AI, let's get into it.
I think for me, it's about not getting AI to do it for me when it's a critical gateway, but help me to do that better.
Yes.
Keep me informed when I would normally miss that gateway.
Absolutely.
Help me make a better decision in that gateway when I'm there, but it doesn't take the gateway away from you.
I'm still
exactly.
a person. I still, like we were saying, have context, have emotions, have a career, not just a CV that you can write down on a page.
And I suppose it's also so it can respond in real time to where you're at, to where the opportunities for you today they are at, whether
Yeah.
you're investing, whether you're saving, whether you're looking after your money. However, love it. Absolutely love that, man.
Okay, well, here's another one. This ad isn't just about AI, it's about identity. So the question does beg, why do you think the digital twin of Fifi Peters tells us about where humanity and technology do intersect?
Yeah, well, I think it's exactly what we've been saying now. It's this notion of we're moving beyond just having a digital representation of ourselves
Yeah.
within the technical space to now being able to lean on technology to make the best decisions in the moment based on who we are right now. And we can't juggle a million balls ourselves
absolutely.
while we're actually busy doing the work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we need technology to fill that in. I think it is amazing.
I love the intersection of it all, and I think that Absa, if anyone, are the right people to do this, and they do it absolutely right. This campaign is gorgeous. It's beautiful, as well as points at the lead of everything. So I hope that you got something from that, from an emotional standpoint, but of course also from where technology is headed.
Oh man, and in a world full of data, and trust me, the devil is in those details, in the data, Absa reminds us it's the stories behind the numbers, the people that matter most. And sometimes it takes a digital mirror to truly see who we are right now.